1 John chapter 3, verses 1 to 2. We are God's children. We shall see God as He is. Beloved, see what love the Father has bestowed on us, that we may be called children of God. Yet so we are. The reason the world does not know us is that it did not know Him. Beloved, we are God's children now. What we shall be has not yet been revealed. We do not know that when it is revealed, we shall be like Him, for we shall see Him as He is. To better understand these verses, let's turn to the book of Romans chapter 8, verse 14 and following. For those who are led by the Spirit of God are children of God. For you did not receive a spirit of slavery to fall back into fear, but you received a spirit of adoption, through which we cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of God. And if children, then heirs, heirs of God, and joint heirs with Christ, if only we suffer with Him, so that we may also be glorified with Him. In the Greek and Roman cultures, if a man didn't have a son, he was allowed to adopt one, even though not biologically related. He might even adopt one of his slaves as a son. The adopted son took the name of the father and was in every respect treated as a biological son. Among the Romans, there were two parts in an adoption. One private, arrangements between the parties, and the other a formal, public declaration of the adoption. At some point in your life, you privately decided to become a genuine Catholic. Each Sunday, you stand in church and say the Nicene Creed, which is your formal declaration of your faith and recognition of your adoption. Yes, He adopted you, and you accepted Him as your father and took the family name, Catholic. God has adopted all believers into a loving, caring, and close relationship with Himself and other believers. An adopted child, as opposed to a biological child, is one that has been chosen by the adoptive parent. The adopting parent will typically be looking for a child that will fit in with and hold the same values as the rest of the family. While still living in the world and being accepted into God's family does not come without hardship. The world is full of sinful people and worldly temptations, but as a child of God, we have chosen to reject sinful ways. This choice will lead us to God and heaven, and at the same time cause us to alienate ourselves from the values of the world. How we treat each other is a reflection of who we are. To be a child of God, we need to love and care for our brothers and sisters in Christ. As a faithful member of God's family, we need to become active in our local church and reach out to others in love.